Hello everyone, I'm Professor Nayanasne, Department of Information Technology, Parvatibai Ganbamose College of Engineering, Vakoli, Pune. So in this session, we'll start with the Unit 6. So your Unit 6 is Software Configuration Management. So I have just mentioned your recent trends in software engineering. This is the subtopic under the Unit 6. So your Unit 6 is Software Configuration Management, and under that we have different 3 sections. So in first section we have software configuration management, that consists of the SCM basis, then SCM repository, SCM process, SCM tools such as the GitHub, case studies, case taxonomy, your toolkit, then workbenches, then environment component of case categories, upper and lower integrated case tools. So this is under the software configuration management, and SCM is nothing but software configuration management. Second is emerging software engineering trends. In that we'll see the technology evaluation, then process trends, the collaborative development, how it happens, the test driven development that we have already seen in previous 4th unit. So again we'll see the deep part of the test driven development. Then we have global software development challenges. So what challenges are there in a global software development? And the last part is your project management trends. So you have heard about ERP systems. SAP, you can say SAP is there, CRM is there, ERP is there. So we'll see the basic concepts, what are the advantages, disadvantage. Then business process re-engineering is there, international project management is there, how the international projects are managed, and there are different case studies. So in this particular unit, you will have the GitHub as a case study from your end. So you need to install the GitHub, you need to practice on the GitHub, you need to push the code on the GitHub, you need to see what different stages are there, what is pull, what is push on the GitHub, you need to understand, and that is your case study. So all the students should go with the GitHub case study, and the later part, all other part will cover in the syllabus. So now we'll start with actual point in your unit 6. The first one is your software configuration management. So first understand what is software configuration management. So it is a process to systematically manage, organize and control the changes in the document, in the code and in the other entities during your software development life cycle. So configuration management is nothing but to manage the change in your document, in your code that you are writing for your software, and different entities in your software development life cycle. So the primary goal of this software configuration management is to increase the productivity with the minimal mistakes. So you have to increase the productivity of your software product with the minimum mistakes. So SCM is a part of cross-disciplinary field of the configuration management, and it can accurately determine who made which version. So configuration management is totally to manage the change in your software document, in your software code and other documentaries, or we can say the other entities which are used during your software development life cycle. So why there is a need to manage the software configuration management? Because there are multiple people who are working on the different location, or there are different people working on a software and they are continuously updating the software. So you need to manage that change, what each person is doing, what each person is committing. The second thing is it may be a case where the multiple versions, multiple branches and author are involved in a single software. So you need to manage that change, you need to manage that configuration from different software developers, from different multiple versions. Or it can be also a case where the team is geographically distributed, or we can say, if you consider the today's scenario, so everyone is working from home. So that is the case where the software team is geographically distributed and working concurrently. So in that case you need to manage your configuration management. And the next one is the changes in your user requirement. So again, if there is a change, it will again affect your policy, budget, schedule. So if a single thing change, all thing can affect. So the changes in user requirement, policy, budget and schedule can also be need to configure and also need to be managed. The next one is software should able to run over the various machine, that you can say the operability, portability, and the operating system. So that is the thing you need to know the configuration management for your software. It helps to develop the coordination among the stakeholders, and SCM process is also beneficial to control the cost involved in making the changes into the system. So these are the reason why we need the configuration management for our software. So you can say there are four basic different sources of change. The first, in if the requirement is changing, that means the user is changing the requirement. The next one is any change in your team or organization. The third one is any change in your government policy, rules, or the organization policy. And the last one is if there is a change in the project schedule. So these all changes need to be managed very carefully, and that things is covered under the configuration management. So if any single thing change, all things can be affected. So you need to do the software configuration management. What the things will affect? It will affect your code. If the requirement changes, definitely the code will be affected. Your software project plan will be affected. The other documents which are prepared as a user manual, that are affected. Your test cases that are written for the particular software, that are affected, and the data which is collected, so that also affects. So any change in above scenario, in above elements, can affect the code, the project plan, the other document, the test cases, or we can say the test scenarios, and the database. So there is a need to manage the software configuration management. So we'll go with the SCM basics, that is software configuration management basics. So there are four different elements that should be exist when we are talking about the configuration management system. So the first one is your component element. So the tools in the file management system uses the software configuration element. So you need to think about the component element. Second is the process element. That means your process or the procedures that will be that is the effective approach towards the change using the software configuration management in your software team. Third one is the construction element. That means the automated tools are used in the construction or the not. So that we need to think. Fourth one is the development process, that ensures that valid components should be assembled. So that will eliminate your hardware failure. So that need to be managed while you are coming with the configuration management. And last one is human elements, that is your software team, your stakeholders, the different tools and features that we are making use or we are developing. So that is need to be think when you are managing the configuration management of the system. So one concept there is SCI. So that is nothing but the software configuration elements, or we can say the items, software configuration items. So basically SCI, that is software configuration item, is a integral part of the software engineering development process. So it is we can say it is a small part in a large specification, or it is a simple part in a large specification. And we can also say that it can be a simple test case, it can be a single test among the large suite of the test, or we can say if there is a drum of we can say the ball, so one ball is the software configuration item among all the basket of the ball. So that is your software configuration items. It is a small part, a small integrated part in a whole system. So next we'll see the SCM repository. That means repository, as the name suggests, it is nothing but the library we can say, or it is nothing but the database or the catalog we can say, the collection of SCI catalog. So SCI are cataloged in a project database with the single name, and they resides under the repository, or we can say repository is nothing but a database folder, as you can think of that also. So repository is the database that stores the software engineering information. The software developer interact with the repository within a built-in tool. So there are proper built-in tool to interact with the repository, to fetch the items from the repository or to put the items into the repository. That is nothing but your insertion, deletion, update operations. So there are specific inbuilt tools which will be operated in SCM repository. So repository is nothing but a set of mechanism and the data structure that allowed the software team to manage the change in effective manner. So earlier days, how the papers are stored, or how, if you think in earlier days, if you go in any government office, so there are a metallic rack on which we stores the record. So that is the repository for that particular office or for that particular department. But in software, what we have different database. So database is nothing but the repository. We can see the role of your repository. So why the repository is needed? Why? Because there are different concerns which are related to data integrity. That means the valid entry should be present at the instance to all the users. So data integrity is the main concern why the SCM repository should be there. Second is the information sharing, as there are different developers working on the same system. So it is the mechanism for sharing the information among the different developers and between the different various tools. So these tools are managed and controlled with the multiple users, or we can say the multiple developers, for access the data, for unlock the objects, and maintenance consistency, maintenance integrity. So information sharing is always there. So we need a SCM repository for information sharing, for data integrity, for tool integration. For data integration, we can say document standardization, and then methodology enforcement. So ER model will be used for methodology enforcement. So these are the different concerns why there is a need of your SCM repository. So we have SCM features such as versioning, then we have dependency tracking and change management, requirement tracing, configuration management, and audit trails. So these are the SCM features, in which, suppose we talk about the versioning. So in the development process, as the project progress, the various versions of the product it developed, and the database need to save all that version. So there is a really need to keep the repository will track all this version in order to make the effective management of the product delivery and the product release. Suppose dependency tracking is there and the change management is there. So database and the repository stores the various relationship amongst the configuration objects. So we need to track which object is dependent on which object, and we know if we change one object, then we can easily need to manage the change in the other object. Suppose if one change, then we will understand which other objects are changing with that particular object. So dependency tracking is there and change management is there. Then requirement tracing is there. So the requirement tracing will provide the ability to trace all the design component and the release. So this tracking result from a specific requirement, it's called as a forward tracing. So the fourth one is the configuration management, and this is the facility, we can say the configuration management is the facility to keep track the various configuration under the development. And the last one is your audit trails. So in audit trails, it keeps the additional information. See, we can also call as metadata in audit trails. So additional information is your metadata. The additional information about any object, any project, anything is your metadata. So audit trail keeps the additional information like the changes which are made by whom and for what purpose, and when they have made the changes. So this information is kept under the audit trail. So we need to manage each source of the change. We need to think about what is the source for that change in the development, and how it can be stored in the repository to maintain the integrity. So this is all about the SCM repository, SCM feature, the SCM, that is a software configuration management. So in further unit or in further lecture, we'll start with the SCM process, so its elements and other part. So I hope this session is understood. If you have any query, you can comment in comment box, or you can ask me in a Zoom session. Thank you.